Hey guys, in today's session we will understand what is Jinja2 templating and how we can use this Jinja2 templating in our Ansible playbooks. Jinja2 templating is a powerful feature that allows us to dynamically generate values within our Ansible playbooks that can be used in our tasks or the roles. So with the help of this Jinja2 templating, we can achieve some of the advanced code logics within our Ansible playbooks. Let's see some of them practically. Alright, let me create an Ansible playbook in which I will create if condition and in which I will use Jinja2 templating. I will create a file called jinja2-if.yml. Now I'll paste this Ansible playbook. As you can see, I'm adding a variable called env with the value production. And if you can see here, this is the way of using Jinja2 templating. So it always starts with curly bracket and with this percentile symbol and ends with percentile symbol also with the closing curly bracket. So what I'm doing here is I'm trying to print some message if my environment variable value equal to production, then I want to print a message that we are in production mode. Else, if my env value is not equal to production, then I'll be printing this one. We are in a non-production environment and end if condition. So this is the way of using if conditional with the help of Jinja2 templating in Ansible. So not only in this debug statement, whenever you want to add some multi-line string or multi-line conditionals, we have to use this pipe symbol. So as you can see in the MSG module, I have added this pipe symbol, and in the next line I have added this multi-line conditional. So let's test this playbook. I'm saving it. Ansible hyphen playbook jinja2.if.yml. As you can see, we are in production mode because our environment variable is equal to production. Now let me do one thing. I'll just change this value to dev. Now, as per our understanding, it should print we are in a non-production environment. So let me test this playbook again. All right. As you can see, we are in a non-production environment. Let's see some of the more examples. Now we will see Ansible loops with dictionaries. So I'll create it as dict loops.yml. I'm pasting playbook over here again. As you can see, packages variable has a dictionary. So this entire variable is a dictionary, and in which I'm trying to convert dict to items, because as we know that in loops we have to pass the items. So what it does is in the item dot key, it will pass Apache, and in the next iteration it will pass nginx. In the next iteration it will pass mysql. In the item depth value it will pass installed, not installed, and installed. So let's see. So what I'm doing here is the packages I'm converting dict to items, dictionary to items, and printing each key and value. So saved it. Ansible hyphen playbook dict to loops, 3 iterations. In the first iteration it has printed the key name Apache, value is installed, and the package name in the second iteration is nginx, not installed. In the third iteration mysql is installed. Now let's take a look at another example. The another example is joining the list. So vi join list.yml. I'm saving it. Okay, so as you can see, this is a list. Fruit has multiple values: apple, banana, and cherry. So this is the fruits variable, and it has multiple values. What I'm doing, in the each iteration I get apple, and in the second iteration I get banana, in the third iteration I get cherry. So I want to combine all these list of items into a single array. So let's see how it goes. So this is how the syntax that we use in the Jinja2 templating. So this is one of the filter that we can use in Ansible playbook. So Ansible hyphen playbook join list.yml. As you can see, it has joined the three values: apple, banana, cherry. So in the each iteration, it has taken the value and appended that value to the same print message. Now let's take a look at another example and use Jinja2 templating. So the next example will be select attribute. This is going to be some advanced filtering. Vi select attribute.yml. Okay, so now let's try to understand this. My users variable has a dictionary, and these dictionaries, the keys will be name and status. The values will be the actual values like Bob and Charlie, active, inactive, and active. So what I'm doing here is I'm doing some conditional check, that is select attribute status. So I have this status attribute in these three maps. Equal to active means my status attribute value is equal to active in two maps. Now what I'm doing, I'm mapping that attribute value and printing it as a list. So when we in basically in Jinja2 templating, whenever we want to add multiple conditionals or multiple statements or multiple instructions, we always add by leveraging this pipe. So as you can see from the users variable, we are using select attribute and doing some conditional check equal to active and mapping the attribute name. So as you can see, alias and Charlie uh, to a list. Now let's see the output. So technically it should print as a list. I will run this playbook, select attribute.yml. Now, as you can see, the condition has matched in two places, in the first map, in the second map. So what I did, I have mapped the attribute name. So the name values have been mapped to a list. Let me open the playbook again and show you. As you can see, the uh, status is equal to active in two maps, the first one and the third one, and the names are mapped to a list. As you can see here, attribute name should be mapped to a list. Now let's take another example. The another example will be combining dictionaries. So vi combine dict.yml. I'm pasting this. So my dict1 value is the key one value is value 1, key 2 value is value 2, and my another dictionary key and values are key 3, key 4, value 3, value 4. So I want to combine these two dictionaries. So dict1 should be combined with dict2. Now let's run this and see how the output will be. Ansible playbook combine dict.yml. As you can see, my two dictionaries have been merged and printed it as single map. So that is how we can leverage this Jinja2 templating in many use cases. Not only this, I'll give you the link in the description below where you can go through the documentation and understand various use cases of using this Jinja2 templating, and various examples also you can find. I've pulled out all these examples from the documentation only, and if you would want to look at more examples, you can go through the document. So let me open up the documentation. As you can see, this is the documentation, and you can go through various examples of using this Jinja2 templating and various filters that we can use, like default is one of the filter that we can use, mandatory for making variable mandatory, and for multi operations you can use pipe symbol, omitting, splitting, all these examples you can go through. So you will get wide range of examples in this documentation. I'll add this documentation link in the description below. That's all for this demo. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.